Negative judgments about others can be one of the most commonly found thoughts in our minds. When we practice observing these judgments and learn how to diffuse them, we empower ourselves to be able to choose whether to act on them or not. We develop a better relationship with the mind so that it can serve us in creating the experiences in life that we desire. Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to my channel. My name is Mike and I'm a Kung Fu and Tai Chi teacher based out of Boulder, Colorado. On this channel, I share inspiration and strategies each week around topics such as personal growth, self-care, and mindfulness to help you live a more masterful life that is both intentional and fulfilling. So if you're new here, please consider subscribing. Have you ever noticed that the people who are always judging and criticizing others in life tend to be the most miserable? That's because energy flows where attention goes. So when we judge something, we're actually putting energy around it. And when we put energy around something, we're essentially attaching ourselves to it. The end result is that our judgments begin to define who we are. Just look to social media as evidence of this. You probably have the friend that constantly posts or shares political rants to their page or newsfeed. The more they judge what's good or bad or right or wrong, the more they attach themselves to their judgments. You can tell their attention is constantly on them. They can't help but to bring their focus back to them over and over and over again. As a result, they expend an enormous amount of energy on what they're focused on. And that ultimately defines who they are, because where we focus our time and energy has a direct impact over what we create and manifest in this world. What we focus on creates our reality and determines our experience of life. When we judge others, we're essentially asking ourselves a series of questions. How do I feel about this? How do I feel about that? And besides leading to decision fatigue, when we judge or criticize others or a situation negatively, we're essentially saying that we deserve better, that we're dissatisfied, sad, resentful, or angry. And if we live in these emotional states long enough, we begin to experience life from an energetic sense of lack. And so if people want to stop having judgments define them and begin to access a deeper level of emotional freedom, they must learn to change their relationship with their thoughts. And so we must learn how to let go, that if we're upset about something, it's in our own best interest to let it go. And I'm not talking about bypassing our emotions or stopping ourselves from feeling. Rather, we want to acknowledge and feel whatever emotions we need to feel in the moment, but then determine what our next best course of action is, and then move on. By focusing on creating space between us and our thoughts, we have the opportunity to be more conscious of how we wish to react, or rather respond to experiences in life. We can choose whether to respond from a place of love or fear. Because when we're judging or criticizing others, we're really just hurting ourselves. While our intention may be to try to hurt the other person because they've hurt or offended us somehow, our choice to hold a grudge is just draining of our own energy. It's more a reflection about us. We hold ourselves stuck in our expectation of how others should act and behave. And of course, we don't ultimately have any control over other people's thoughts, feelings, or actions. And so when we recognize we are the cause of our own suffering, that it doesn't really have to do with anything about what another person has said or done, or factors external to ourselves, in a way it's a relief, because we recognize that we are empowered to choose the internal experiences we wish to have. And we learn that we don't have to be a slave to our thinking minds. One of the most powerful tools I've discovered to develop awareness of what my mind is thinking is mindfulness meditation. I'll link a previous video I made on mindfulness meditation here. But basically, we want to acknowledge and observe what our mind is thinking without judgment, that our thoughts are neither good or bad, positive or negative. By practicing mindfulness, we learn that we have the capacity to choose whether we wish a thought to stay in our mind, or whether we wish to remove it by no longer putting energy towards it. And so, of course, this capacity is also helpful when we want to stop judging or criticizing others. Using mindfulness, we can create some distance between us and a judgmental thought. We can say to ourselves, what this person said or did was neither good or bad. It's simply what happened. And to bring our focus even more inwardly, we can further go on to say, even the thought we had about this person was neither good or bad. It was simply a thought created by my mind. This space is what allows us to observe our thoughts more objectively with a measure of detachment. It allows us to determine whether the judgmental thought created by our mind is actually serving us or not. Because if it's not, now with this awareness, we can learn to redirect our mind so that it can actually support the experiences we would prefer to have. One that will move us forward in making progress towards the vision we have for ourselves. And so the mind is a very powerful tool. Whatever we feed it, that is what we will create and manifest. And on the other side of the coin, whatever we don't feed it is not created and manifested. So our goal isn't to stop thinking or even to stop thinking negative or judgmental thoughts, because when we try to do that, we actually just end up strengthening and cementing them more into place. Instead, we want to practice allowing all thoughts the freedom to fully express themselves in our minds without judgment. And the more we practice this, the more spaciousness we are able to access to decide which thoughts to take action on and which to just acknowledge and let go. This ability is what allows us to judge others less and invite more emotional freedom into our lives, so that we can cultivate a relationship with the mind that actually supports creating the experiences in life we desire. Hey, thanks for watching this video. Question of the day: what tools or strategies do you use to try to stop judging and criticizing others? Let me know in the comments below. And please like and share this video if you found it helpful. Don't forget to subscribe to this channel and turn notifications on if you would like to receive inspiration and strategies just like this each week. Have a wonderful day, and I'll see you in the next video.